friends, welcome again to you all there in my new session. दोस्तों, आज हम अपने इस सेशन में आपके लिए कुछ इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट्स लाए हैं जिसमें फ्रस्टम के फॉर्मूलाज दैट यू हैव रेड उसका प्रूफ देखने वाले हैं. सो लेट अस सी हाउ द वॉल्यूम ऑफ दिस फ्रस्टम इज 1/3 पाई इंटू एच इंटू R1 स्क्वायर प्लस R2 स्क्वायर प्लस R1 इंटू R2. हम इस फ्रस्टम के फॉर्मूलाज जो पढ़े अभी तक, दैट वॉल्यूम ऑफ द फ्रस्टम ऑफ कोन, कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द फ्रस्टम ऑफ द कोन एंड द टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द फ्रस्टम ऑफ कोन, अभी इस सेशन में हम आपको इन सभी फॉर्मूलाज के प्रूफ दिखाने वाले हैं. सो कहीं जाइएगा मत, ध्यान से यू हैव टू चेक. लेट्स सी हाउ टू गेट the volume, curved surface area and the total surface area of the frustum of the cone. So with this, to prove this is, I made a cone and after cutting it you will get a frustum of cone. Means this is the full cone having height h1, slant height l1 and the radius is r1. Radius of the base is R1. This is all about the full cone. जब हमने इसको कट किया parallel to the base of this cone from here, so हमको एक छोटा कोन मिला और इस कोन को, इस स्मॉल कोन को रिमूव करने के बाद हमें क्या मिलता है? फ्रस्टम मिलता है. So after cutting it with the plane parallel to its base, as we got this smaller cone, its height is h2, slant height is l2, right? After removing it, हमारा जो ये फ्रस्टम बचता है, इस फ्रस्टम को का हमने हाइट क्या लिया? h, slant height l लिया and these the remaining parts are radii of both the ends. You are having r1 and r2. Understood? So दोस्तों, here as we got, this is the slant height of the whole cone and this is the L2, this L1 is the slant height of the whole cone and this L2 is the slant height of the smaller cone. So if L is the slant height of this frustum of cone, so this L is equals to L1 minus L2. So from here we are getting L means slant height of frustum, which is equals to L1 minus L2 means slant height of the big cone minus slant height of the small cone, right? Similarly, as you are going to get the height of the frustum of the cone, so height of frustum of cone h is equals to height of the big cone minus height of the smaller cone. Understood? So h is equals to h1 minus h2. Any problem? Right. As you got L is equals to L1 minus L2, h is equals to h1 minus h2. So let us find out the volume. Let us prove the volume of this frustum of the cone, that is equals to 1/3 pi into h R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2. How this will be? Okay, so to understand the volume of this frustum of cone, first let us discuss few figure which is looking similar in this. So अभी आपको इस फिगर में बिग कोन और स्मॉल कोन दोनों सिमिलर दिख रहे होंगे, बट बोथ आर, one is big and second one is smaller one. So here what we are going to do, we are going to compare few triangles in this. यहाँ पे आप फिगर में आपको दिख रहा होगा ट्रायंगल ABC इज सिमिलर एज ट्रायंगल AOD. Why it is similar? Because in the similarity of the triangles in the chapter triangle you have read, for two triangles, if two angles are equal, then both the triangles are similar. So here we are getting triangle ABC is similar to the triangle AOD. Understood? So as from the chapter triangle in triangle ABC and triangle AOD, right? In this, angle A is common in both. This triangle, this angle is in ABC also, this angle is in AOD also. Understood? So, as in these two triangles, angle BAC is equals to angle, or this you can say they are common. This angle is common. As this angle is common, so you can say this angle ACB is equals to angle ADO. Why? Or you can say this angle is 90 degree, this angle is also 90 degree. Means angle ABC is equals to angle AOD, both are 90 degree. So, if any two angles are equal, so you can say that both the triangles are similar by angle similarity. Therefore, you can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle AOD by angle similarity. Where you have read this property? You have read this property in the chapter triangle, if you have read it properly then. Now, if these two triangles are similar, then by the basic proportionality theorem, we can say that their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So, their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. It means this is AB is correspondence to AO will be equals to BC is correspondence to OD and AC is correspondence to AD, right? So, let us substitute these values. AB, the measure of AB is this one, which is the height H2. So, AB is H2 is the height of smaller cone. AO is the height of the bigger cone, which is H1. So, H2 upon H1 equals to, second is BC. BC is the radius of this smaller cone, which is R2 upon OD. OD is the radius of the bigger cone, which is R1 equals to AC. Measure of AC is L2, that is slant height of the smaller cone, upon AD. AD is the slant height of the bigger cone, which is L1. Say this is equation number 1. Understood? Okay, friends. Similarly, friends, if you draw a line from the point C and parallel to AO, so you will get this line C, whose measure will be the height equivalent to H, because it is the height of the frustum. Now, after drawing this line, you will get one more triangle, this CED. This CED will be similar to this triangle AOD also, and this CED will be similar to the triangle ABC also. So, friends, without fail, we are going to take these two triangles. These two pairs of triangles are also similar, and we have to apply the basic proportionality theorem on those triangles also. So, as I explained you how these two triangles are similar and what are the results coming. Similarly, I am not going to explain these two triangles are similar. I am just going to write down the basic proportionality based on this is. So after drawing this is what I said. So triangle CED is similar to triangle AOD by angle similarity. Okay, so as the two triangles are similar, so by basic proportionality theorem, you can write C upon AO is equals to ED upon OD equals to CD upon AD. Say this is by BPT it is. So now substitute the values CE, which is H upon AO, measure of AO, which is H1 equals to ED is this one, which is R1 minus R2. So this is R1 minus R2 upon OD is R1 equals to CD is L1, that is L, CD is L upon AD is L1. Say it is equation number 2. Right friends? Now similarly we need to find out the similarity between CED and ABC triangles. Okay friends, so similarly we can say that this triangle CED is also similar to the triangle ABC. Therefore, similarly we can say that triangle CED is similar to triangle ABC, and with the same similarity, angle similarity condition. Okay, so now this is third pair of triangle, you are getting that they are similar. Now apply the basic proportionality theorem. You can say that C upon AB is equals to ED upon BC equals to CD upon AC by basic proportionality theorem. Okay friends, now substitute these values CE, which is H, upon AB is this height of the smaller triangle, which is H2. So H2 equals to ED is this part, which is R1 minus R2, R1 upon BC, which is R2 equals to CD is the slant height of the first term, which is L, upon AC is the slant height of the smaller one, which is L2. See, this is equation number 3rd. So dear friends, with the help of these triangles, with the help of these 3 equations, this is third one, this is second one, H1 H upon H1 equals to R1 minus R2 upon R1 is equals to L upon L1. It was the second equation, and the first equation was H 2 upon H1 is equals to R2 upon R1 equals to L2 upon L1. So these two equations are very important. Wherever is the required, that we have to use these two equations to prove our formula. Understood the friends? So if you are saying this for the second, third and second equation, so from here you can get the value of, if you are taking this third equation, you can write by equation third will get what? H2 is equals to H R2 upon R1 minus R2, right? And similarly by equation second we can say that H1 is equals to H R1 upon R1 minus R2. So where is the required of these two formulas we have to apply to prove the formulas of frustum of the cones. Understood friends? To come on our topic. हमारा टॉपिक क्या है? Our topic is proof of the formulas of frustum of cone. So now we are going to prove the first formula, which is the volume of frustum, right? So let us find the volume of this frustum. First part we are going to start. So the volume of frustum is equals to what? इस frustum का हमें volume find करना है. So the volume of this frustum is equals to volume of the big cone minus the volume of the smaller one. So volume of big cone minus volume of small cone. Right friends? Now let us start proving the volume of the frustum. Volume of big cone, this is the big cone and its height is H1, slant height is L1 and its radius is R1. So the formula is 1/3 pi R1 square into H1. This is the formula. 1/3 pi R1 square into H1 minus 1/3 pi, this is the volume of the smaller cone, 1/3 pi R2 square into H2. Understood? Any problem? Right. So let us take the thing which is in these two terms. What are the common thing? That is 1/3 is common, pi is common. So pi common करते हैं. So you will get R1 square into H1 minus R2 square into H2. Right? So अभी हमने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था the value of H1 and H2 with the help of the equation second and third. Right? So those values we are going to substitute here at the place of H1 and H2. What was the value? Just recall. H1 is equals to, what was the value that we are going to ask? That H1 is equals to, this is from the equation third, 1/3 pi R1 square into H1 is equals to HR1 upon R1 minus R2. This was the value of H1. Similarly, minus R2 square into H2, and what was the value of H2? H2 was H R2 upon R1 minus R2. Right? So let us solve these equations. From these two terms, the thing which is common we have to take it. इसको भी common कर लेते हैं. What are the common thing? 1/3 पाई h इज कॉमन, तो h भी कॉमन कर लेते हैं. नाउ द रिमेनिंग टर्म इज r1 square into r1, which is r1 cube, and denominator is r1 minus r2, minus same as r2 square into r2, which can be written as r2 cube, upon इसका भी denominator same r1 minus r2. Right? Now take the LCM of these two fractions, which are denominators are same, so this you will get r1 cube minus r2 cube. So 1 upon 3 pi h r1 cube minus r2 cube divided by r1 minus r2. Right? Now substitute that, apply the formula of a cube minus b cube here in r1 cube minus r2 cube, which is equals to 1/3 pi h r1 minus r2 means a minus b into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2 divided by r1 minus r2. Right friends? So this is cancelled with this. We got our result 1/3 pi into h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2 is the volume of frustum, that you have read. So here we got the proof of these two results. These results, the volume of frustum is equals to volume of the big cone minus volume of the small cone. After simplifying, we got our answer, which is 1/3 pi into h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. Right friends? If you are facing any problem, any difficulty in any steps, so please you can contact, and you can comment there in the comment box. Okay friends? Okay friends, so let us come on the second part of this, which is the chord surface area of the frustum of cone. So to find the chord surface area of the frustum of cone, let us start. Okay, so chord surface area of frustum equals to the chord surface area of big cone minus chord surface area of small cone. Right? Now let us see what is the chord surface area of the big cone, which is pi by the formula pi r1 into L1 is the chord surface area of the big cone, minus pi r2 into L2 is the chord surface area of the smaller one. Now take the common from these. Pi is common, so we will get r1 L1 minus r2 L2. So the value of L1 from the equation second and value of L2 from the equation number third we have to substitute. So we will get pi r1 is the same one, L1 is equals to, from equation second you have to see L1 is equals to L r1 upon r1 minus r2 minus same as r2 into the value of L2 from the equation third, it can be written as L r2 upon r1 minus r2. So you have to study the equation third and second and third very deeply, so you can substitute these values. Now L is also common from these two, so pi into L, now you will get r1 square, because r1 into r1 is equals to r1 square upon r1 minus r2 minus r2 square upon r1 minus r2. Right friends? Now denominators are same, so you can write r1 square minus r2 square divided by r1 minus r2. So now by the formula of a square minus b square, you can write it as a plus b into a minus b. So therefore pi into L r1 plus r2 into r1 minus r2 divided by r1 minus r2. So therefore this r1 minus r2 is cancelled. So we got the chord surface area of the first term, which is pi into L into r1 plus r2, can also be written as pi into r1 plus r2 into L. So it is proved the chord surface area of the first term of cone, chord surface area of the first term of the cone is chord surface area of this big cone minus the chord surface area of the smaller cone, and we got the result pi into r1 plus r2 into L, which is the chord surface area of the first term of the cone, means this part. Understood?